The original Motorstorm was a PS3 launch title, and it was met with positive reviews. The graphics, the animation, and the online gameplay were all praised, and things were looking bright for the series. 5 years later, however, the series has begun to show its age, and Motorstorm Apocalypse, the newest entry, will fail to impress. Set in a major metropolis during a wave of natural disasters that included earthquakes, tornadoes, and turbulent waters, it's easy to guess why the game has been indefinitely put on hold. We managed to get an imported copy from the PAL territories, but there is no news concerning its release in the United States, originally slated for April 12th. The game certainly does make light of its natural disasters, reveling in them to create intense racing sequences, but there are some moments in the cutscenes that, in light of recent world events, come off as being in extremely poor taste.
Oh no, there goes Tokyo.
Amateurs.
Motorstorm Apocalypse attempts to integrate a storyline and fails miserably. Characters are uninteresting, plot points are introduced and then promptly ignored, and the entire thing comes off as severely fragmented. One can't fault a racing title for not having a riveting narrative, but it's something we must take into account seeing as the developer chose to include one. The plot revolves around the Motorstorm Festival, which is being held in an evacuated city over the course of a few days when a massive earthquake hits. This context allows for tracks that can change with each lap, and some remarkable scripted sequences and weather effects, similar to what Codemasters did in 2008's Fuel. Tracks can take place either in the downtown district, across rooftops, in the suburbs, along the coast, or down by the docks. There's enough variety in the 3 different difficulty levels, each of which follows a different character and therefore has a different story, but once you memorize the scripted events, the tracks begin to feel boring. First playthroughs of tracks are definitely the high points of the game, but sadly, there can be only so many of those. The game gives you access to dozens of vehicles across numerous classes, and each one has its advantages. Bikes are fast and mobile, but a rival racer in a truck or car can take you out in a matter of seconds. Monster trucks are unstoppable crushing machines, but their size prevents them from reaching higher speeds or taking some of the better shortcuts. Players can customize all of the vehicles, but the choices are strictly aesthetic ones. Online supports up to 16 players and includes a standard ranking system and perk system. Players can also place bets on the race to earn cash to unlock other vehicles and perks, and one can also earn money for executing risky moves during the race, such as taking down opponents, getting air, or drifting. Performance was excellent and lag-free, though the loading times between races were long, both online and offline. Gameplay, however, is stiff and unyielding. Controls lack the precision of games like Pure and those in the Dirt series, and players will often find themselves stuck in the environment. The clunky controls remove all replay value, simply because after the initial thrill of racing through the crumbling city, it's no longer fun. Graphically, the game is passable. The story is relayed through motion comic-style cutscenes that worked in Infamous, but come off as lazy here. Vehicle models are detailed enough, but the collisions pale in comparison to even the last generation Burnout titles. The weather and the environmental effects are the only saving graces. Motorstorm Apocalypse had the potential to be a great racing title, but it lacks the solid gameplay mechanics necessary to make any racing title worth buying. If and when it releases, we can recommend a rental, but nothing more.